Hello everyone, Sunsen2, welcome to another Modpack overview, this time on Dragonlight. A modpack that adds a mix of things such as a new enchanting system, dimensions, you've got some of the main ones here, and then a few other bits and pieces like recipe book, mods to decorate the world, diving system, and more. So just find out what some of the mods are that are included. As you can see there, we'll take a look in game. So the first thing you'll see is pretty much the title screen here. Now we'll just go into a new world and see what we've got. So no new world types, besides biomes of plenty and realistic. And we'll just go with biomes of plenty for now. And we'll go to creative, I guess, just because why not? So we've got some tips here as well. Mostly ones from the Aether, I'm pretty sure. We'll just wait for it to generate everything. Otherwise, while it's doing that, we'll just sort of go over the mods. So we've got a recipe viewer and things you can cheat in. You've got, I assume, more pets. You've got it so that armor can be hidden while also still wearing it. You've got more weapons and such. You've got storage. You've got an animation to the recipe book. And we've got the world going, so it's fine. Just wait for it to generate. So we're in a shrubland biome. The first thing you'll notice obviously is the bar there, and a few other bits and pieces. No, that's just part of, okay, that's just a thing. Okay, so that's some icons and such. Let's get to the tutorial real quick. There we go. Okay, so we've got obviously new biomes as well as different world type options. You've got the Aether Legacy, which adds in a bunch of different mobs, a new dimension, some different blocks for either interacting with or just certain things such as loot, dungeon blocks, certain things you can craft with different materials, whether it be different woods. You've got different tools, so you've got wood, stone, an iron equivalent, diamondish equivalent, I think, and certain others you get from bosses and such, as well as armor, some moa eggs and other bits and pieces, tons of different swords and things that you get as loot. And then you've got other bits and pieces for armor, such as gloves, you've got rings, you've got capes and such that do different things. Otherwise different beds, and so on, as well as music discs. You've got Antique Atlas as your minimap, as we don't have one here. So pretty much you just make one of these, if I can cheat it in. Obviously you can open it, and because the add-on that adds the minimap-like aspect to it, you can do that as long as you... Okay, so once it's been used, so you don't have to have it in hand to display it, or have it still update. So that's cool. You do have to have it in your inventory though, but as long as it's opened, you'll pretty much be good to go, I assume. No, and it has to be on your hotbar as well. So there's that. Otherwise, we've got better diving, which adds in new fish, along with some other aspects like different materials. You've got a battery, you've got power cells, you've got different diving gear aspects, and you've got fish, I assume, that are cooked, as well as seagrass and a few other things. You've got Bibliocraft, adding in bookcases, lanterns, panelled seating or furniture, different chests, workbenches, tables, frame labels. You've got tool racks, potion stands, clocks, painting frames, typewriters, and more, along with sword pedestals and a few other bits and pieces, some seat backs and seats, and more. Then a cookie jar. You've got biomes of plenty, of course, with its different biome-specific grasses. You've got ores for gems, which I think are mostly for decoration, not tools, unless I'm mistaken. You've got different woods and different things you can build with them. You've got different leaves for the different trees. You've got amber and honey. You've got terrariums if you want to put some plants in jars. Terrariums, I guess. You got different boats that you can make out of the woods. You've got honeycombs and other bits and pieces. You've got tools that you can make out of the different gems with an add-on, like so. You've got the camera mod for taking pictures, as well as a sort of display like so. You can get an image, of course. And obviously got an album if you want to view them. Obviously I've removed my photo, but oh well, an image frame. You've got chisel for adding in a ton of different blocks for building with. Make up quite a bit here. You've got concrete, you've got stone, you've got futuristic, you've got metal, you've got endstone, purple, you've got glass variations of things, gold, ice, laboratory, lava, nether, and so on, redstone, and a ton of other options. We'll just cycle through most of these. You've got different enchantments for Core, for different tools and bits and pieces, and you can sort of see in the tooltip what stuff applies to it, which I'm assuming is a certain other mod adding that in. You've got holding for the backpacks and stuff, satchels or so, or chests, I'm not sure. You've got custom NPCs for adding in either your own NPCs or different elements as well. So you've got builder blocks, you've got copy blocks, you've got mailbox, you've got the different tools for creating NPCs, making them a trader, making them someone you can talk to. Say if you're entering a NPC focused town, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, of course. You've got DecoCraft for adding in different decorations. So you've got benches, or tables, sorry. You've got icicles, gnomes, presents, and a bunch of other bits and pieces. You've got signs, checkers board, music box, different beds, and so on. Along with different dolls and things. Cabinets, more sofas, couches, crates, and more. Along with curtains, some umbrellas, chairs, and a bunch of other bits and pieces. Lamps, different styles of chairs and lamps. You've got ATMs, you've got tellers, you've got restaurant tables, you've got windows, gates, other forms of windows, circle signs, bits and pieces, tents even, log sofas, guitars, and a bunch of other bits and pieces as well. Carpets, soda bottles, and some things, mannequins, hanging pots, backpacks, storage desks, they're all mostly decoration, double beds, apparently certain electronics, statues, and so on. You've got Enchanting Plus, which adds in a new enchantment table, an upgrade, and a few other bits and pieces as well. I assume for decoration for the books. I've never actually looked into these. You can smelt them. My guess is there's some purpose for like storing things in them, or they're an upgrade or something. I've actually never encountered this part of Enchanting Plus before, but I have the upgrade in older versions. You've got fancy tools for adding in different versions of tools made of emerald and obsidian. Don't know why I thought lapis wording there. You've got dragons, like so. You'll probably encounter in a few biomes. You've got pixies, you've got a bunch of different blocks as well, some ores, some armor, books, tools, food, scales which you can use for different armors, a bunch of different components there, and so on, all that fitting to different biomes. like so. You've got upgrades for chests for increasing the storage size, as well as I think blast resistance and such. Same with shulker boxes. Got iron furnaces for upgrading furnaces speed, or even I think processing time, as well as blast resistant slots or output. You've got upper stays in the enchanting table, making it so that you make another enchanting table and it keeps the stuff in it. You've got other Aether related content that is not obviously included. You've got Crayfish's furniture mod with different lamps, cabinets, counters, appliances, electronics, crates, desks, and other bits and pieces, electronics, and so on, as well as food apparently. You've got not enough pets for adding in different cats and dogs and stuff. You've got Quark for adding in different blocks and ores, as well as obviously filling in the gap of things like bookshelves with different woods. You've got item frames with different wool backgrounds and such. Redstone randomizer, potions, glass shards, different slime, other bits and pieces. And then you have obviously Spartan Fire, which adds in weaponry of different types, such as halberds, warhammers, lances, pikes, spears, daggers, rapiers, sabers, and such. And you've got the shields, obviously, for different materials and making those. You've got weaponry for vanilla versions of certain weaponry, and the other one obviously expands on things, or maybe has ice and fire compatibility, I assume there. And then we've got different types of arrows that you can then put the potion effects on, different bolts, other versions of things, depending on what other modded materials you have. And then we have storage drawers, which is just a way of storing things. So you could store multiple amounts of cobblestone, either one, or you could store cobble and dirt in it. You got Techtopia with different mobs for either, I think, certain civilizations or so. Monitoring certain ones, having them fight with you and such, trade with them or something. There's a bunch of different bits and pieces there. I assume many of these things here are structures. Nope. Okay, maybe not. Or selling a structure blueprint or something. We've got telepads for adding in teleporters. You can obviously configure and teleport between positions. We've got Twilight Forest for adding in different mobs in a dimension and trophies, along with tools, weapons, and more. Different blocks to make up the structures and the biomes it adds, and that's pretty much it, I think, for the rest here. Besides Tiny Mob Farm, which is just the ability to put a mob inside here, and it will do certain things. And then Underwater World, which adds in, I guess, maybe waterlogged, or maybe just the ability for wet versions of wood and such to be under here. You've got resource placeholders and such, you've got coral and things, and you've got vanilla tweaks adding in a bunch of different other blocks, enchantments for different armor and tools and weapons, and other things like fried egg, TNT, and pedestals and such. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.